Hello everyone, my name is Shivraj Sanjay Shingare. Today I am presenting overview of web services, that is introduction of web services under the cybersecurity and laws subject of ISA activity 2. So let's begin. So first we see what is the web services. So web services is a set of open protocols and standards that allows data to be exchanged between different application or system. Means it is simply say that web services is a intermediate between two applications or between two electronic devices, so they can communicate with each other, and they will easy to share data to each other. So what is the key components in web services? First is a client and second is a server. Client means server consumers, so it is any like browser like Chrome or Firefox, and the server means any type of server like web server, any database server, application server. So what is the purpose of web services? Enable communication and data exchange between different application and systems. So it will make easy to transfer data between two application, easy to make communication between two apps or two applications. So next we see the architecture of web services, how they work, how actually there will transfer data. So here we see the one client, and they will send a request which will send on any client means any browser. That request is goes to in the form of HTTP or HTTPS. So this will send in HTTP or HTTPS, and it will convert into REST or SOAP. This will do by web services. So then they will get server will get that request, and it will process on that request. So after they will get the APIs or any their request, so it will gives to the web services. So web services what will do, they will bind that into a JSON or XML format, and then back to send to the client. So let's we take one example. Suppose a client will tell the client will wants the data about temperature in their city, so it will send in that request should so it will get by server, and server will find the APIs, or they will get database server, and they will get the information. So after that server will call to the appropriate web service. It will be SOAP or REST. We will see further what is SOAP and REST. Then that appropriate service will bind that data into JSON or XML format, and they will send to the client, back to the client, and on client server windows they will see the what is the temperature of their city, or their what which they want, they will see on their windows. So now we see types of web services. So web services are have two types, SOAP and REST. So first we see the SOAP. SOAP is a simple object access protocol. Means we see the description: a protocol for exchange structured information using XML. So SOAP use XML. XML is like a HTML or HTML type language, which is very secured, but it is a slow language, and it is heavyweight components present in that. So it will take very much time. It will not fast, and feature is support security. It is more secure, and reliability and transaction management. So in a transaction banking systems, it will use the SOAP systems, SOAP web services. Second we see the REST. REST is a representation state transfer. Description: an uh, architectural style that uses a standard HTTP methods. So in features: simplicity, scalability, stateless communication, typically uses JSON or XML. So REST will uses JSON or XML both. but most of the times it will use JSONs, because JSON is a very it is like a very simple language, or not heavyweight components present and in a JSON like XML. So it is very fast, and uh, it is not secure like SOAP. So but it is fast. So many companies, or many like well-known company, Amazon Web Services, which will use REST most of the time. And if there is a uh, necessity of very much necessity of security, so they will use SOAP. Now we see the SOAP based services, how they uh, XML in the how XML see how XML bind the data. So here we see there is a like HTML body tags or envelope tags. In that they will gives the details of the details of that. So next is the RESTful web services. So we see this is a scenario of social media application, and REST will respond in the JSON. So JSON we see it is a very simple how they look. So it is easy to readable, and it is easy, not a very much easy weight. So it will easy to transfer, and it will fastly transfer the data from one application to another application. So web services is like a translator between two applications. So in a conclusion, web services is a enable communication between different applications over the internet with a SOAP and REST being two main types. SOAP is a protocol based as well as situated for complex operations with high security needs, which we will back discuss about that. So while REST is more flexible, simpler, and efficient for web and mobile applications. So many of 90% of now uses the REST, and very much amount of very minimum amount of uses the SOAP, because SOAP is a very heavyweight, and REST is a very fast. So we use the REST web services. Thank you.